The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And as we did yesterday, right at this time, announced Q101's Twisted Christmas. Remember, every day this week, right in Clash with Kenzie, we'll be giving away tickets to a different night. And the on sale is going on right now. The pre-sale, it's exclusive to you. Right now, before the general on sale Friday at 10, you can do it till Thursday night at 10. And go there. The code word is right there at Q101.com. It's Byline. But don't text that. That's what you use to buy your tickets early at Q101.com. Get your Christmas gifts now and take care of it so it's off the table before all four of these shows sell out. And they will. So be there. We're talking about stuff that you've seen that never happened to anybody else. Like you have a story that no one's got. And Tony's checking in from Lindenhurst. Tony, ahoy.
Ahoy, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, bud. What happened to you? What'd you see?
So I had this great idea that I'd take my daughter, who was like 9 or 10 at the time, to a sunrise balloon launch up in Waterford, Wisconsin. You know, they have like a bunch of hot air balloons, you know, and they're going to launch them off.
Fun.
And right, exactly. So we get up there, and the weather's iffy that day, and so they start filling up like 5 or 6 balloons. And all of a sudden, the storm's rolling in.
Oh, boy.
And
they didn't have the Yahoo weather app on their phone to maybe not go up? I sense a tragedy here going on.
Right, exactly. And so all of a sudden, the wind's picking up. Everybody starts yelling to, like, pull the balloons. And all these giant balloons are, like, yanking and dropping. Well, there was one balloon that was, like, set up for a ride. Like, you could get in it and go up and down, and it was tied to a truck. Well, all of a sudden, the wind picks up and takes the balloon, and it starts hauling the truck across the field.
Holy crap.
There's probably like 1,000 people there, and it's running through the crowd. Everybody's screaming. There's this woman that's in the basket. She's jumping out, dropping like 12 feet, and it goes plowing into a craft show they had set up.
Oh.
And everybody's screaming. My daughter's like, Dad, you know, and we're all running. And so this all happens. We get out of there because now everything's just complete chaos. But later on that night, it was on national news. It was on like ABC, like, you know, and then Good Morning America the next day. And
Wow. Poor placement of the arts and crafts show there right next to the balloons. It sounds like...
Absolutely.
See what happens when you put an extra effort? You take your kids out to something, and now they're going to blame you for trauma forever.
Oh, my daughter will not see a hot air balloon anymore. No, she doesn't want to even go anywhere near them.
Oh, it's amazing. Well, thanks for checking in. Glad everybody made it. And got out. I think Case, the producer, had some kind of story. Did you tell me that 2 balloons like that he's talking about it hit your house growing up?
Well, I had 2 separate incidents where hot air balloons crashed into my front lawn growing up. Like, did emergency crash landings because the hot air balloon as a concept is such a horrible idea. They light a balloon on fire inside of a wicker basket, and they let some guy who I'm assuming is making minimum wage steer it all throughout the city. And so 2 separate times in my life, I had hot air balloons crash into my yard. And it's embarrassing for the pilot, if you want to call them that.
They're pilots, I think.
And I think there are people that failed flying school, and so they fly hot air balloons instead.
You're really pissing off that portion of the audience that fly balloons.
They just made me passionate about the balloons. They're beautiful.
And if that's your passion, get a different passion. But it's embarrassing for them when they crash.
We just lost a couple listeners. We just lost a bunch. Thanks, Case.
But they landed in my yard, and they were like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. Like, they were embarrassed by the fact that they had to do a crash landing. It's an awful concept.
Yeah. Of something that just goes up and down. Like, that's what a balloon does.
But they go across, too. That's the problem.
My brother proposed to his wife on a hot air balloon.
No way.
Yeah, he did.
Was it a pilot that ran the balloon? A balloon pilot?
I didn't ask him what he did earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, what were you doing before this?
I mean, did he happen to say, like, so you guys call yourselves pilots or what?
Like captain?
I thought it was beautiful.
Did she know that's what's going on, or he kind of supposed to go for a balloon ride? Oh, that's very sweet.
Surprise.
Well, I'm sure she knew. It's not just, I don't imagine they take a lot of spontaneous hot air balloon trips. I bet she figured out something was going on.
Before you have kids. Yeah. Doesn't count. You just look back and you're like, wow.
Got to fill up a Saturday. Let's go on a balloon ride.
Yeah. Let me tell you something, Case. You spent $150 at Jack's Pumpkin Pop-Up the other day, right? For you and your girl?
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah. Just wait till the kids come.
Oh, brother.
Wait.
And it's coming, brother.
Oh, just wait.
It's coming. All
Probably
right.
sooner than you think.
All right, let's check in. We're talking about things that you've seen that you just can never forget. No one's got the story that you got. Mary Lee's checking in from Romeoville. Ahoy, Mary Lee. What's going on? What's your story?
Hello. When I was at a middle school event, we had a water fountain blow up.
Wait, a water fountain blew up?
How?
Yeah. There was a malfunction that something happened, and it just blew up.
Now, it blew up with fire or just water it exploded with?
It was the whole entire water fountain. It just with the water and everything. Just there was pressure, some type of pressure happened, built up, and it just exploded.
Good Lord, is it a Tom Cruise movie? What the hell?
Like Mission Impossible?
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we were telling stories of, things you remember and happened to you and you saw, but they haven't happened to anybody else as far as you know when you tell a story. There's some great stories coming through, and please move them over to Facebook now. We'll put a post up there at 312-591-8300. Stop texting Kenzie. She's seeing some horror on the text line of things that people saw. But the last story of the girl telling about the drinking fountain that blew up in middle school, and I tried to just get a little more of that story. I thought maybe fire would blow up that thing, but it reminded me of my friend Larry Diller in 7th grade, who was 16 years old, Kenzie, in 7th grade. Usually a 7th grader is, I think, 13. He was 16. He was going at his own pace.
So 7th grade, he was 16 years old?
Yeah, 16. I used to joke
Hey,
that...
follow your arrow.
Well, yeah, it's all a journey, right? Yeah, I used to joke that he had a parking pass, in
my
7th grade.
God.
And it was 00001. The school only gave out one parking pass. But he got mad at a teacher, and he walked to the bathroom, and he kicked the urinal off the wall and flooded the school. Like, I remember the teacher said, "Get out of here, Larry. Go sit in the hallway." And he went to the bathroom, and all of a sudden, you're just like, and then water started you heard it just slowly, and just rolled into the room, and then no one knew what to do. And looked down the hallway, the whole thing was flooded. They evacuated the school because Larry kicked the urinal off
Maybe
the
he
wall.
wasn't trying to kick it. Maybe he was just trying to, you know how low that probably was for him?
He was tall.
He was trying to he's trying to get his foot up on it.
He's just trying to go to the bathroom.
Good Lord.
Oh, poor
He's
Larry.
I can't catch a break.
God, I wish I knew where Larry was today. I have no idea where he
There's
is.
those mini urinals. He's probably just trying to get in there. Everyone yelled at him.
He didn't make that argument. He just went to suspension. He got expelled eventually.
He's like, what's the point?
Yeah, they're not going to believe me.
They're going to hold me back again anyways.
Yeah, what are they going to do? It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
That is the Smashing Pumpkins. That's Bullet with butterfly wings. Kenzie,
Oh,
that
God.
one.
I always say butterfly with bullet wings.
She said that in trivia today. It's a little high pressure in trivia, and you got timer going on, and she
I
calls
just
it.
know I'm not going to remember it because it should be called A Rat in a Cage. That should be the name of the song.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that one too much. You can text your friend, Billy Corrigan, who you have his number on the show. You can text him and say, why did he come up with it and not do it that? Why didn't he just call it A Rat in a Cage?
Should be.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
Yep. You should get on that with him.
All right.
It's Brian and Kenzie, Q101. A couple other follow-ups here. As I just told the story about my friend Larry Diller in junior high who kicked the urinal off the wall. He was 16 in 7th grade. And I just kind of said, I wonder what he's doing now. A lot of our crew members, they're on the search to find Larry Diller. There's 10 Larry Dillers on Facebook in the Chicagoland area. Also, Chef Sean said, Larry Diller kicked the urinal off the wall is my favorite Primus song.
Oh, my God.
But I maybe should try to reconnect. Isn't that wild to reconnect with someone? I have not seen him since he got expelled from junior high.
Reconnect? Were you in Friends?
You know what's funny is he was like a burnout, and I was not. And he was older and kind of in trouble all the time. He got held back several grades. For some reason, he looked to me, and I was just nice to him, and we were friends. I didn't go to his house, and he didn't come to my house. I didn't go to birthday parties. But in school, we were kind of tight. And it was kind of like that movie, My Bodyguard, where even though I was a tall dork and he was a man.
Bodyguard?
There's a movie called My Bodyguard where this kid pays a bigger kid
I
to
thought
be
you
his
meant the
body.
Whitney Houston
No,
movie.
not that one. Not Bodyguard. No, not that one.
I'm like, that's what your relationship was similar
That's
to.
right. It was just like that. Me and Larry went to the courtyard and
It's a little predatorial for the overage man being held back.
a little bit of magic happened.
You okay? You should go to therapy.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101. Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for Head to Headlines. Now, what we do here is let you decide what you want to talk about more. We have two stories. You pick one based on the headline alone, and we'll never talk about the other story. And I'm really torn on this one because I want to talk about both these stories. But we just don't have time. We don't have time to do everything on the show. A lot of stuff going on.
Things.
So, things, songs, we talk, a lot of things. So, here we go. You decide by texting in either headline number 1 or headline number 2. That's all you got to do. And Kenzie's not going to answer. Listen, we had hundreds of these, and she does such an amazing job of answering every text. But this one, we just want to get as many as we can. Headline 1, headline 2. Here we go. Headline number 1. 13-foot-long python survives 5 months eating cats in Oklahoma trailer park.
Woof.
That is headline number 1. Text that in, 312-591-8300 if you want to hear more about that story. Or headline number 2. Police issue restroom alert after body-piercing operation discovered in Northwest Indiana school. That's headline number 2.
That seems like a tough word to use.
I don't know. Well, listen, whatever one you want to hear more about, text in. Text on headline number 1 or headline number 2 right now.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. It is Head to Headlines. You decide what content we talk about right here in this break. Now, we read 2 headlines for you just before Electric Feel. And you text in 312-591-8300. Before we let you know who wins, here's where the 2 headlines were. So, headline number 1. 13-foot-long python survives 5 months eating cats in Oklahoma trailer park. Ooh. And headline number 2. Police issue restroom alert after body-piercing operation discovered in Northwest Indiana school. Now,
Oh, boy.
I want to read both stories. I really do. We don't have time right now. So, all the people voted. Hundreds of people texted in, and the majority want to hear about headline number 2.
I can agree with that.
Police issuing a restroom alert after body-piercing operation discovered in Northwest Indiana. And Case found this story, by the way, so we'll bring Case up here to join the party here.
What was his sister?
Case, is that true?
No, yeah, maybe.
All right, here we go.
It's your fam bam.
Thanks for finding the story, Case. Here we go. LaPorte County, Indiana. The LaPorte County Sheriff's Office took to Facebook Wednesday morning last week to warn parents about school restrooms after a body-piercing operation was discovered in the high school. So the incident, which took place last week at an unnamed high school, which is really a bummer that we don't know what high school it was.
I agree.
Cases.
He was down in Fishers, is where he grew up down there. Fishers. But if you know this high school, please text that in. Maybe it was your kid's high school. The agency lamented restrooms being, quote, the common denominator in school disruption. So this is what they said.
What are you supposed to do? What's the solution?
I don't go outside?
Troughs. Of course it's the disruption. It's where you go when the teachers can't bother you, obviously.
Their post said this. Over time, they have investigated fights, countless vaping incidents, and viral social media challenges that have all occurred in the restrooms at this high school. Even though these disruptions have been caused by a very small percentage of the student population, they have a ripple effect throughout the school. So they're warning people about bathrooms. The post said, yes, there was a body-piercing operation inside a high school bathroom, and it's unknown also at this time if they were cited or disciplined. The students that they caught body-piercing other students.
Disciplined, it's their body, their choice.
Yeah, sure, in the bathroom, yeah.
Jeez. You get one earring.
God, everybody comes down on you.
Oh, my God.
This doesn't surprise me at all because I don't know what it was like for you guys growing up, but for me, in my junior high school and my high school growing up, bathrooms were, what was the thing in Seattle?
Lawless.
They were the laws. They're like autonomous zones. No rules apply there. In my high school, I had both a barber shop, like an active functioning barber shop in my bathroom, and a fight club where kids would go in and punch each other in the face during lunch. I get it. I'm not surprised by a little earring or a belly button piercing in the slightest.
Innocent. They do that in the Parent Trap, and it's like cute. They put an apple behind it. Like, isn't that serious? No one's like, oh my God, block your children's eyes. Someone's getting their ears. They do it at Claire's. I don't think it's that serious.
I can understand, possibly a Fight Club situation, but I just can't understand how somebody had a barbershop operating in your high school bathroom case.
Why could you understand Fight Club and not a barbershop?
Because when that movie came out, I could just see somebody else, or just even before that movie, I bet you can't take a punch to the face. I could see that in the bathroom was the place to go do that, in the guy's bathroom. Maybe the girl's bathroom too. I don't know.
You know what my brother did?
What's that?
So he got caught smoking some stuff. And
what kind of stuff?
The good stuff.
That good?
That good. And so he's in the bathroom doing that, which is like these bathrooms don't have doors. You know what I mean? Like think it through. And he decided to run as if the teachers didn't see his face and know his entire itinerary. So he ran. And they were like, okay. And they just showed up at math class an hour later. It's
I can't believe that didn't work.
That's really, boy, a better escape plan might have worked there.
What were you thinking was going to happen? He just Keaton, all right, I'll see you in an hour. Okay, I'm not going to chase you.
Yeah, the class bell rings right there. See ya.
Oh, my God.
People texting in about their bathrooms. Brett checked in. They had to close the bathrooms at my high school during lunch since people vaped. So they closed it during periods, but they didn't close them permanently. Again, I don't know what high school this was.
Again, this is annoying for girls. That's so inappropriate to close the restrooms. Just because guys want to have Fight Club. It's some girls have to go.
Well, so do some guys.
Yeah, well, girls have certain incidences is where they could leave a trail if they don't use it.
Trust me, so do some guys.
Okay,
You're not aware of how men work either there, I don't think.
in anal fissures where he was, too, Indiana.
Danielle checked in from Northwest Indiana. My high school calls it runs 30s in the bathrooms. They fight for 30 seconds, and then they call it. So you get 30 seconds to fight in the bathroom, and then it's over.
Honestly, great concept. That should be on pay-per-view.
Listen, certain cameras in certain situations.
Sound fun?
Because listen, think about when your hormones were flowing in high school, and you wanted to size yourself up. That's what for guys anyway. I think for a lot of women too. You're sizing yourself up in high school against other people. You shouldn't
I got
fight.
made fun of for my size. I wasn't trying to go up in it at all.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, about 15 minutes away from those John Mulaney tickets, 9 a.m., Rosemont Theater, laugh your ass off, free tickets, 9 a.m. with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And we just told the story about the Indiana high school where there was a body piercing operation in the bathroom discovered. We don't know what high school because it's not in any of the news reports. Now, maybe if you know that high school, you go there, you grew up around there, and people talked about it, let us know. Also, they said no one has been charged with anything illegal there, giving body piercings.
It's not illegal.
You have body piercings in the bathroom?
I don't think it's illegal.
Well, disciplined, let's say that. Maybe expelled, suspended. I don't think you can pierce people's body.
I bet that's a loophole because it's probably a new one.
It's a loophole?
Is that on the school rules list? Yeah. No body piercing? I think not.
Uh-huh. Good day, sir. I'm leaving and going home.
All they do is destroy entrepreneurs. That's what school does.
Sure, yeah.
You're somebody who knows what they want to do. They're getting an early start on it. They're running a fair business, and they're like, arrest them. Why?
Now, can you imagine getting pierced in a bathroom, in a high school bathroom? The sanity requirements, they're probably not there.
Right, they're 15. They're not thinking about that. I can totally see myself getting studs in a high school bathroom.
So do you think some 30 and 40-year-olds are going over to that high school to go to the bathroom?
They're getting dermals. I don't think it's that serious.
I don't know. I want to see the pictures and make sure everything's very clean in there.
I was like one Linkin Park song away from getting gauges in a high school bathroom. None of this surprises me.
Is the shotgun through the air?
Yeah. I'm like,
the quick version.
Mike checked in from 773 talking about the high school bathrooms, what went on there. Mike says, a kid in my high school used bathrooms as a mini Blockbuster. I still have a copy of Superbad from those days. Selling DVDs.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah, that's to Kinsey's point. That's a kid that has an idea and a game plan, and he executed it. And now it's a society we persecute them for it.
Pisses me off.
Kid probably owns Redbox today or something like
millionaire.
that.
Right, inventor of Netflix was in that bathroom. Unbelievable. You know what else? We got another text that said they closed our bathroom during lunch too because the kids kept playing beer pong. Now that is illegal.
They can't have a little beer in the cups in the bathroom there?
Underage.
15 years old?
Underage.
I had my first beer at 13 and I'm fine. Listen, they should lower the drinking age.
I don't think you should be the
barometer for success.
Yeah.
Kelsey checked in 773, again, high school bathrooms. They had a table and a giant poker game. and smoking going on in my bathroom at high school. Now, she says, I believe there's a video of it on YouTube. She believes it was Taft High School where she went. So,
Oh my God. This reminds me of the pictures of the dogs all around. You know, like
Dogs
the
playing
classic
poker?
dog. Yeah, that's what I envision.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.